going to go and meet Ibas because we hear that he's the one. Secondly, please, have you spoken to Fubara? We heard they've taken him out of government as yesterday. Where is Fubara as we speak? Have you spoken to him? What are you, the elders, now going to do as regards it? Or are you elders now going to go and meet Ibas because we hear that he's the one that they will give the money to now to be able to run the states?
Onyame Jesus is still my name. You're no Hollywood actor and you're top content creator. Share this video. I did video. It's getting along video. To Salu Mozia, Adopal Mozia, bam. Hey, go say Tipana. One day no can go see what to know. Ogen keep as well. Hey, you need to watch video. You need to kill it far. Malaki ne kill it again. Na to Salemia go you. I need it. Hey, I was I give a goka. Watch.
What's your reaction to developments in River State and this suspension, declaration of state of emergency and the implications for politics in Rivers, and then your thoughts about what the federal government has done through the president?
Well, Ambati, thank you very much. You know, this is not the first time state of emergency is being declared. When you are the spokesman of Jonathan, a situation like this came up, and 3 states, state of emergency was declared in 3 states. And when they asked you, why did the president not sack the governors? You made it clear that the Constitution does not empower Mr. President to sack or suspend elected representative or governors in the case of state of emergency. Mr. President relied on Section 305. If you look at the Section 305 all through, Section 305 is supposed to apply in the northern part of Nigeria where we had war. In the case of River State, there's no war, no fight, the whole place is quiet, and yet the state of emergency was declared. And not only that, an elected governor was suspended, the House of Assembly was also suspended. This is somehow not proper. It's an illegal action. The Constitution did not empower Mr. President in any way. I have looked at the condition under which a governor can be removed. This was not part of the conditions in the Constitution. But I will give you why these actions. One, Mr. President seems to be very desperate to whip opponents to their knees. Wike is the asset man of Mr. President. Yes, on Wike, even last week came to River State like a president. He came with the military, the army, the police, the navy, the air force, the DSS, gunboats, airplane, tanks, artillery, all were mobilized for a visit of a minister with the intention of causing crisis so that this state of emergency can be declared. Mr. President met with the 2 of them and set up an agreement. In that agreement, the same Fubara was asked to withdraw his case from the court. 2 of them. But the other party refused to withdraw their case. It's like 2 men carrying gun. You ask one man to drop his gun, and the other man did not drop his gun, and he didn't care. You don't blame him, and you ask him to shoot the man, and they shot him. And that is how they got the Supreme Court judgment they're talking about. Mr. President accused SAME of not implementing the agreement. If you look at it closely, nowhere in the world where a man who has resigned will be forced to come back and the governor will accept him. But the governor accepted. He said accept House of Assembly members that have decamped from their party. He did. All the conditions, he complied with it, yet you are not satisfied. The River State elders looked at it, and some of us felt, no, these 8 terms conditions are not good for the state, and so we went to court. Those things we are telling the governor not to do that he applied are the ones that are today which haunted him. You went to Supreme Court with the same 8-point agenda. You asked the judges to write exactly what you wanted, and they did for you. The governor is willing to implement the Supreme Court judgment and is ready to do that, and they are saying they cannot accept it. Mr. President never blamed them. Pan Niger Delta Forum went to see Mr. President. I was among them who went there. Mr. President laid blame on the governor. he never blamed Yes on Wiki. Two people are fighting, and if you want to make peace, what you would have done is to say, okay, I fire my minister. At least you have the power to fire a minister that has been causing confusion, not only in the Niger Delta, also in the north and in the southeast. You did not fire him, but you can fire the governor that you don't have power to fire. These are things that are obvious. Now, other governors may be watching. Today is the turn of Sem Fubara. It will apply it to the other states, particularly the PDP states. Those governors that have stumbled and will not do his bit, it will sack them. National Assembly members, they are there. The law says they have to confirm, not the aspect of governor, the state of emergency. But in this case, he has also gone contrary to the Constitution. He has violated the Constitution. And it's asking the National Assembly to approve for him that he violated the Constitution, and they all accepted. If National Assembly now think this is a president that they can trust, I worry, because definitely it will go after them.
Well, your worries, I can understand your worries, sir. Yeah, just to come in here. A few months ago, after the ruling by Justice Abdul Malik, you said in a quote, and let me just take it back to you. We said without number, time without number, River State is on a time bomb. And if Nigerians don't intervene, the crisis of River State might boil into a different crisis that might affect the economy of the country. In fact, you had asked that the president wade into the matter that was going on. How would you have wanted him to intervene? If you're saying that this isn't, you're not quite happy with what the decision is taken, what would you have expected him to do when you made calls for him to come in to intervene in the crisis that's happening in River State?
We are not against him intervening. It's like a father, you have two children fighting. You must be fair to the both children. You cannot beat one and leave the other one, the one that is even causing the trouble. It's not possible. It's not rightly done. A father must be fair to all his children. You cannot love one, only show the other child that I love this one more than you. That is a bone of contention. But in this context, you are declaring a state of emergency. Nobody quarrels with you. It is your right under Section 305. But you don't have any power in the Nigerian Constitution from Section 182, 83, 188, 189. Where they mention how a governor or a deputy governor can be removed from office. You don't have such powers. Nothing like that to say Mr. President has the power to suspend or to remove a governor. When you infringe on the Constitution, people will tell you have infringed on the Constitution. I'm not a lawyer, but this is elementary law that everybody can know. For the Attorney General not to advise him properly and come out to put his mouth and talk anyhow means democracy is at risk. Our democracy is at risk because you must stand by the truth. If a father has called the two children, you are suspending a governor, an elected governor of River State, and you are not suspending or sacking the minister who is fermenting all the problem in the own place. The other day, the minister came on the back.
Yeah, what would you have? What would you have recommended? What would you have wanted to see the president do rather than suspend the governor? What would have been the best course of action?
He can declare a state of emergency. He has no constitutional power to suspend the governor. His minister who is causing your trouble should be sacked. The other day, this man came and abused everybody and told Nigerians openly in the television that not only Jaws can bomb pipeline, Ogoni can bomb pipeline, Ijaw can bomb pipeline, Ikwere can bomb pipeline. And within this period, he was fermenting problem. Ogoni has bomb pipeline, that's the promise. He has sent people to blow pipeline in the Omoko area, that he said. So, and yet you are leaving him and you are crucifying a man, an innocent man, because he's peace-loving, because he's quiet, because he's not fighting. And you allow this man who insulted everybody, insulted Niger Delta as a whole, insulted the John Nation, trying to cause problem. You said, oh, Atompolo is the one looking after pipeline. So you want to blow pipeline in Ogoni so that you crucify Atompolo. You hate the job.
Chief,
and Mr. President is there watching this thing.
Okay, Chief, can you provide me evidence that Wike was the one that blew the pipeline in Ogoni? I would like to have empirical evidence.
Our people say,
as regards that. No, it's not our people say, it's evidence. I want empirical evidence because see, just like we have asked the government, when they said it was Fubara that bombed the state, and we've asked the federal government for empirical evidence. I want you to provide me empirical evidence that Wike was the one that blew up pipeline. I deal with facts.
I will give you the facts. A witch said a child would die today or tomorrow, and tomorrow the child died.
Facts, sir.
This weekend came out on a national television that Ogoni can bomb pipeline. Here is a man who came to River State, a small community. You came with over 700 soldiers, DSS, gunboats, airplane, jet, fire jet. What do you want? Are you going to war?
No, but we
a man is not going to war, then he's using the military.
All of this
I am coming, I want to land for you. The man wants to declare state of emergency by all means. The man wanted state of emergency by all means, and that is why he did what he did. We know we came for who he is.
Sir,
we know him in River State.
Sir, if you hear my intervention, I have never supported Mr. Wike or anything. But I will always deal with the facts. You made an allegation. You said he was the one that bombed pipeline in Ogoni. I want facts. I don't want the fact that somebody cried yesterday, I want facts. If you cannot provide the facts, that's okay. Secondly, I want to ask you another question. What are you, the elders, now doing in River State? And secondly, please, have you spoken to Fubara? We heard they've taken him out of government as yesterday. Where is Fubara as we speak? Have you spoken to him? What are you, the elders, now going to do as regards it? Or are you elders now going to go and meet Ibas? Because we hear that he's the one that they will give the money to now to be able to run the state. You know, because the state needs to move on and the interest of Rivers people comes first. My question, sir.
Let us come to this issue. First, Supreme Court said don't release money until Fubara present the budget. Fubara has been trying to present budget. You prevented him from presenting budget. The Supreme Court has not said anything. Money is released to somebody, a stranger, complete stranger, who came illegally. And their interest is nothing but the money. Otherwise, why not be patient? The state has funds that they can use to run the state. We have a talent generated fund that can run the state. And when you saw that this man was commissioning projects every day, all you need to do is to stall him. And you brought a stranger illegally. You have the legal right to suspend the governor. You have the legal right to spend state funds. You brought somebody and you release money to him. That is that side. The River State elders are going to address press in the next 30 minutes. We are going to tell the world what we are to do. We have not seen Fubara, and nobody has communicated with Fubara. We don't know what they have done to Fubara. We don't know where Fubara is. So Fubara life, we have tried to reach him, we cannot reach him. It's in danger. We want Nigerians to know Fubara life is in danger until we see Fubara speaks face to face on television. We have not seen him. We have not heard from him. With all sincerity, ask anybody whether they've heard from him. He was locked up in the government house. We only see the social media, he has been released from government house. To where? We don't know. So River people are worried. This is a war against River State, not a war against Fubara. Fubara has done so well. River people are happy with him. So what is happening today, if Nigerians keep quiet and allow this thing to happen, it will happen to other places. And what are we inviting? We are talking about democracy. This is not a democratic government.
Okay,
this is dictatorial government. And if you allow this dictatorship to stand, then the country is finished.
Okay, Chief. I think somebody has made...
Whether we are going to see the administrator. As regards whether we are going to see the administrator, Rivers elders are not willing. We are saying that is illegality. And we cannot join in with illegality. We cannot dine with illegality. We will continue to protest until the right thing is done in accordance with the law.
Chief, well, we have agreed, let's leave witchcraft out of it, but I want to play the devil's advocate. Is it possible to imagine that even Wike himself is a loser, is a victim in this matter? To the extent that, look, now he will be forever remembered among his own people in River State as the man who brought this crisis upon River State. How does that help him? It is also not proven that he was the one who nominated Ibokete Ibas as administrator. We don't have proof on that. And then number three, would it not have been better for Nyesom Wike if the process, the constitutional process had been allowed to go through, and then, the governor was impeached, and then he will be able to say, well, he has been able to teach Fubara a lesson. Now, I don't see what he even gains from this, because years from now, it will be remembered that it was Wike, the impression will be that it was Wike who helped to derail democracy in River State. What do you think?
Well, first of all, maybe it may not in the background. Just on Monday, a federal high court sat in Port Harcourt. And the federal high court, the army with the Wike faction brought the certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgment and asked the court to strike out the case. The judge said no, he wants to hear the case on its merit. And the judge had both sides. And said it will give judgment on the 15th of next month. The moment they came out from court, what we had was, oh, they are serving impeachment notice. When they realized that they cannot go through with impeachment, despite the fact that they have the number, they cannot pass through all the orders. The next they had is a commando style. Oh, state of emergency, bundle the governor away, I will take over government, I will grab the money. They are interested in reverse money. And they are taking the money. The Supreme Court said nobody should touch until the governor present a budget. The governor has written to them through the Secretary of Government. He has on his own written to them. He went to their house, the assembly quarters, and he was locked out. Nigerians are seeing it. And when they saw that things were not going the way they want, all they now do is a coup, an unconstitutional coup to remove the governor. And what else do we want? If Wike is honorable, he should resign. He should resign. You saw how it's